water supplied by a public municipality or a private well for residential or commercial use, Purified Water Services LLC has the solutions to provide you with simply clean water. We offer a complete line of professional water filtration equipment and accessories. Soft water makes a difference you can see and feel. Water heater and appliances last longer with less maintenance. Iron and H2S filters eliminate iron stains and offensive rotten egg odors and protects your water softener equipment from iron fouling. No matter what your problem is, Purified Water Services LLC has a solution. Contact Kenny Williams at 352-446-2709. All right, welcome back to another edition of the Goblay Show. I'm your host, Billy Goble, and today we have a special guest. He is a former Florida Gator and NFL player. And without further ado, let's welcome Mr. Chris Rainey. Chris, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you for having me, man.
You doing all right?
Yes, sir.
What's going on this year? Happy New Year, by the way.
Appreciate you too.
Thank you. You got anything going on? What are you up to these days?
Helping kids, man, because these kids nowadays, they need help. They don't have the structure or the right people around them to keep them on the right path. So, and I been there, done, and I seen it. So, and they can relate to me too at the same time. So that's the difference between these kids nowadays. If they don't relate to you, they ain't listening to you.
Right. Yeah. It's a different world we're living in right now versus when you were at, like their age.
Yes.
It's quite, there's a big difference.
I feel like we're back in the slave days because these kids soft as cotton.
Chris? Well, hey, listen, and I will say this. There are big, significant, differences in the way we've been, brought up or our upbringing. But one thing I have noticed is that kids are still kids. You know what I mean? Like that if anything hasn't changed, if there's nothing that's different,
No.
Kids are still kids. It's a different look. You have different surroundings, but kids. I mean, I have a 12-year-old son, and he did something the other day. I'm like, I would have totally done that when I was a kid. So it's like it's not. It hasn't changed that much, but the world has changed around.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the words and certain stuff, like, because, remember Prince of Break, all that kind of stuff. So they're like, hey, when you have kids, you see all the stuff or see all the stuff you would have did or already did and all that kind of stuff. And they be like, Dad, I'm like, man, I seen that already. You late. And everything.
Where have you been? Yeah, I'm telling you, it's different for various reasons, but like the technology has changed kids the way they are now. You know what I mean? It's you go from, when I was growing up, I didn't have a cell phone, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because the things that
all
me and my boys did,
all of us will be in jail.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody would have been like in trouble somehow, some way. They would have gotten in trouble, whether it would have been legal trouble or with their parents in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So you're working with kids now. I mean, like, you find that rewarding. You did you ever think you'd be doing that? Like, did you ever think about coaching when you were a player?
I always wanted to be a coach. Always, because I'm too smart for the game, and I got a lot of knowledge and all that stuff. And me being different, because that's one of my quotes: be different, think different, and everything else. So, because just like people said, it's always one of a kind every generation. So, me back then with the knowledge I had playing high school football was a cheat code. So. But it ain't it. It's just being smart and having the IQ to the game.
Right.
And I watched a lot of football, but the thing is, I knew everything about defense, the way they play the game. Defense, they play the game off angles. So, okay, if they play the game off angles, me being a running back, I'm going to play the game off angles.
Right.
And I have to be patient, too, at the same time. And I got blockers to block for me, too. So I can set them up, or I can take an angle and make them think something, and then I make a cut and all that stuff. And then defense, another thing, they look at your eyes, too. So, and a lot of players tell on themselves with their eyes or their body language, so, and everything else. So, when if you don't show all that stuff, you'll get them stuck into their own game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches, try to, they try to tell some of the kids that things that they've been passed down to them, and like little, I don't want to say cheat codes, but like you said, like you figured this out, and you want to try to help someone else do that. It's hard to get a young athlete or child to listen to you and compensate, or comprehend what you're talking about. Like if you it's like when you were growing up and you said, "Hey, look, don't touch that pan. It's hot." What do kids do?
Yep, touch it anyway.
They touch it anyways. So sometimes you got to let them do whatever they're going to do.
Everybody learn different. So that's what a lot of coaches don't understand. Everybody learn different. So you have to talk different to different people and all that stuff. So,
right.
And a lot of coaches don't have patience either. Or if somebody not smart enough or not getting it, or they'll leave them behind. No, you don't do that.
Right.
Teach them all the same thing, but in different ways and all that stuff. So somebody can get it from the board. Somebody can get it from using obstacles or something like that. Or you could show somebody doing something. Or you can show somebody on film or show them in person. All that kind of stuff. So it's all different. So
yeah, people learn in different ways. And, sometimes you have to not really slow everybody else down, but kind of, take what you're trying to say and, because some people are visual learners and some people aren't. They're like, okay, look, I have to, you tell me how to do it and I can do it, but not show me how to do it. Just tell me how to do it, and then that I watch a lot of YouTube because I'm a visual learner. So if I have a problem, I'm like, I wonder if I can fix it, do it myself or whatever. A lot of do-it-yourself projects, and it's amazing how sometimes we overthink a lot of things. We make it sound like it bigger than it is. But sometimes, I guess what I'm saying is, like, when you're dealing with young athletes, it's funny that you've been there, you've done that, and it's like they're still skeptical. They're like, well, I don't know about that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you show them a certain way, like, hey, if you make this cut right here.
No, I don't think nobody ever came to me that way before.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, Like, if you're able to teach by showing, you know what I mean? There's a lot of kids that will benefit from that. But
sorry for
no, you're
y'all. The thing is, I practice with my players.
Right.
And they be like, Coach Rainey, you do that still? I'm like, yes. Oh my God, you cut that fast? Mm-hmm. Or this and that and all the other stuff. Dang, I didn't know you was still that fast. Like, I'm out there doing it with them.
Right.
The thing is, because they ain't going to meet nobody like me. One, and two, I'm making you better, and I'm coaching you up at the same time at that to it. So, and it's a big thing because a lot of coaches in this world can't go out there and practice with their players and stuff like that. So, and it's a big difference too, because when they see it, they be like, and then when they see your highlights, they be like, oh my God. And then okay, we know he talking about the right thing. He ain't gonna fool us or anything, bull crap us, all that stuff. So,
but it's also good that a coach will get out there and do it with them. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people that won't be bothered. You know what I mean? They're like, wow, hey, y'all take the assistant and go out there and do stuff. Like, it's like, like in battle, when you have like a general that stays back 1,000 yards back in the day, and he's looking with binoculars and he's looking and he's like, yeah, send the force over the, take the first front line, go. And those guys in front are like, well, why don't you come with us? Like, it means a lot more to the person when you're there showing them how to do it instead of telling them how to do it, is what I'm saying.
One thing I always preach is sacrifice your body for the team.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, especially, that shows you how badly you want to win. When the old saying is when you give everything you got on the field, when you leave it out on the field, that's what they mean. Like, take what you got, give it everything you have. And then when you're done, no matter what happens, win or lose, you have no regrets.
And what I realized, and nowadays, the kids are scared to be leaders.
Yeah.
They scared to lead. So that's why if you lead by example, they will lead. They will follow you and all that stuff. So that's why I always preach that, and I try to force it too on them and all that stuff, because a lot of them shy, a lot of them didn't come out the shell yet, or they scared, they won't listen to them. Hey,
right.
Lead by example. Do everything right. Do this, do that. Sacrifice. They'll see it. They will see who the leaders are and who do everything right. And they'll be like, okay, I'm finna follow him because he do everything right. So that's how I was. Because I followed my older brother. He did everything right. I said, you know what? I'm following him. And either beat all his records or I tied it or whatever else it is. And then every level I got to, I followed somebody else. So
right.
College, Urban Meyer, that was like a dad to me. And then pros, first was James Harrison, and he lifts like 3 times a day and all that stuff. About 2 weeks in, I'm like, no, he trying to kill me. So I end up looking up Heath Miller. So that was my next person. And he was like nice, cool, but did the work and all that stuff. Because James Harrison, and I see why he played like he played, and oh my God, he the same height as me too. Oh my God, it's just some people out there just robots.
Yeah, exactly.
And you be like, man, oh my God, like you think you great till you meet somebody that's greater than you. You be like, God dang, I see why.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought up that because, especially with your brother, because I want to go back to where you fell in love with football. Or was football the first sport that you fell in love with?
No, I love football, but the reason why I played football because the love I received. I didn't have love growing up. So only love I got was my grandma and my dog. So, because both parents was in prison. I was born in prison, so... And luckily, my grandma came and got me 4 days later because my grandma had all girls. So she never had a boy. So when she got me, I was like her number one king, favorite kid, all that kind of stuff. So play with my toys by myself. I used to get picked on, bullied, beat up because I was small and couldn't defend myself and all that stuff. But I used to play football by myself in the middle of the street while my grandma sit on the porch. She was an alcoholic, smoked cigarettes, 2-pack of cigarettes a day. That's why I don't drink and smoke to this day. So she was like, I was 6 years old. She finally signed me up. And then first year I played O-line. I still don't know how that happened. And then the following year that I became running back, I still don't know how that happened. And then the rest is history and all that stuff. But the reason why I love football because the love I received, like I never had that.
Right.
And just watching all the kids with their parents hanging out, have fun, spending time with them, coming to their games and all that stuff. Because at that time, I had to wait till 2015 for my dad to get out because he never watched me play football or anything like that. So my goal was to make sure I make it to the NFL. So when he get out, he can come watch me for the first time ever. So but I never got the chance to.
I got you. And, and at a young age, you want to make people happy. I mean, not just at a young age. You do that when you get older too. But as a kid, you want everybody to, whatever you do, you want to please them. You want to make them proud.
For me as a kid, I wanted revenge because it's a neighborhood probably 3 streets down from my grandma's apartment called Lake Ridge. Mm-hmm. They play basketball all the time. So when I used to go out there, either I got picked last or I didn't get picked at all. So all the times I walked back to my grandma's house crying because they looking at me like either I suck or you ain't worth out here. So all them times I kept crying going home, it just I keep picturing it. It kept coming back to me. So I say, what can I do to fix this? How can I fix this? So my goal was to be the best athlete in the world. So when the time comes, people going to fight over me to pick me first or whatever it is. But anything I do, I will come in first.
Right.
When I say anything and everything, when I went to the camps, I'm coming in first. If I win trophies, I'm coming in first. I'm going to win every goddamn war. I'm winning championships. I'm going to be the best player in high school history, Little League football, the whole 9 yards. It just, everything was built up. And then my heart became a brick. So you can't break me because all the stuff I've been doing when I was young. So ain't nobody break me, and I'm fit to destroy anybody, everybody, because you can't go to jail on the football field.
That is true.
So
that is true. We tell our kids all the time, like, hey, where else in the world can you get in a fight and not get in trouble? Except on the football field. Like, you can legally assault somebody.
Like, I had to smile, but I had to smile, like, because I pray to God. I always prayed since first grade, still to this day. My kids do it and all that stuff too. So, and like, God helped me put a smile on my face, give energy, make everybody love me and all that stuff. But I was playing angry, mad, and trying to kill anybody that come in my way. So, and that was that. And that's how I tell athletes, like, you have to have a killer mode or a killer instinct. Like, for example, this because I try to do this analogy for the kids nowadays. Okay, say me and you homeboys and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna destroy you, this and that, and all the other stuff. Then I tell them, I say, hey, what if this was your grandma? Oh, they'll be like, oh, or they'll get sulfur, or no, I couldn't do that. What's the difference?
Yeah.
They in front of you, stopping you from going somewhere. Mm-hmm. So why so different? No, I don't care if it's my grandma, my mom, dad, cousin, auntie, dog, whoever it is, my wife, my girlfriend, whoever in front of me. I am destroying this person because they're in my way to get where I'm trying to get to. Right. And then afterwards, I can shake their hand or hug or give them a kiss and all the other stuff. But that's the difference between nowadays and back then. Like, I don't care who is in front of me. Like for the divisions in high school football, oh, you got division 2A, 2B, or 3 or 7 or anything like that. They be like, oh, this and that. You treat every game the same.
True.
Ain't nothing different. Football is the same. You treat everybody the same. And if you that good, you gonna do what you do.
Right.
It's that simple. It ain't nothing different. I don't care if they undefeated or 0-10. It doesn't matter. You do you, and the rest is history. So,
when's the first time that you realized that, when you started football, you could make a career out of it? Like, it was something that could change your life, per se. Was there ever a moment?
I say high school sophomore year. Because when I big time players that was a senior that year, getting all these letters, because I knew he was an athlete and everything else, and he went to Florida State anyway. So, and I'm like, man, what's all these, man? If you good, you get this kind of stuff. I'm talking about a box of letters. So my sophomore year, I'm tearing it up. So I give you an example. So just the regular season. This ain't not including the playoff or the state championship game. So my sophomore year, I had 60 carries for 1,000 yards. So did you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
People don't understand this. I'm a sophomore. Only 60. Have you ever heard this before? 60 carries, 1,000 yards.
No, I haven't.
Like, I don't realize this till I get older.
Yeah.
Cause you be like, man, at least I got 1,000 yards. You don't think about all this till you get older. And be like, cause I don't have time to the look back and stuff unless I do stuff like this. And then when you start realize, like when you have fine time and start thinking about all the stuff you did, because you got kids and all that stuff, and you want them to see you on the wall, pictures or whatever, and or they hear the story, or they see the YouTube and all that stuff. You be like, damn, I really did. Like I really was that guy. But I'm not a trash talker. I'm a humble person, and I don't do all that kind of stuff. If people know, they know. But you start realizing, like, damn, I really did that. And then I end up with 1,800 yards that whole season as a sophomore. I'm like, man, God dang. And then it started getting 10 times worse. Because my first letter ever was Florida. Out of all the letters I got, only letter I didn't get was Texas Longhorn.
Really?
All the letters except for that school. And then, but my first letter ever was Florida, my sophomore year. That's the only letter I opened, and I committed my sophomore year.
Oh, wow. Was Urban there, or was that still Zook?
Nope, Urban.
Okay, yeah. I was trying to think of the timeline when he was still there, when he got there, because that
was 04.
Yep. So you're from Lakeland. Right?
Yes, sir.
Originally, you're from.
I was born in the prison in Marion County.
Oh, okay. So Marion County, but you went to Lakeland.
Yep.
To live with your grandma.
Yeah, And then I end up moving with the Pouncey twins my sophomore year.
Oh, okay. I got you. Now we can talk about Lakeland because Lakeland football is. It's top notch.
Still to this day.
It sure is. And it's one of those programs that have been. It's not a fluke like we talked about earlier. It's not a fluke. They have, it's a pristine program and a lot of history with that program. And it'd be something really cool. Obviously, you were a part of it, but it's something to be cool to be a part of that tradition and everything.
It's a great tradition, but the thing is, they had so many great players that came through there. Mm-hmm. So my goal was, how can I stick out? How can I be better than all the players that came before me, after me, or whatever it is, and all that stuff? So, because a lot of my family members went to Lakeland and was studs and all that stuff. So even my brother. So how can I stick out? Because they won championships too. Mm-hmm. So how can I stick out, be legendary, be great, and be talked about for the rest of the time? I had to keep getting championship rings. So because every year, a new team. Hey, I'm not scared to put the team on my back. We already talking about our rings during spring. What kind of range, how we're going to make it, and all that other kind of stuff. Just like I said, I'm not scared to put the team on my back if I have to. So, but we had studs everywhere. So that's the thing. I didn't even have to play defense, but I played special teams, but I was the safety man. And I tell guys, if I played defense, I would have been Sean Taylor because I really was knocking heads off.
Wow.
Because I played angry. That's what people don't understand. So I was just a running back. And I was a juker too, so I didn't really have to hit anybody ever.
Right.
So, and my juking was deadly. Because I used to practice it all day, every day, everywhere I walked. When I was in elementary, 1, 2, 3, bam. 1, 2, 3, bam. Everywhere I went, that's all I did. 1, 2, 3, bam.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, bam. That dead leg cut I did, that's all I used to practice all my life when I walked everywhere. 1, 2, 3, bam. 1, 2. I'm talking about that's all I used to do. 1, 2, 3, bam. Counting. 1, 2, 3, bam. And it was affected.
Wow. Yeah, that's when you have something like you practice that like all the time, then when you do it on the field, you don't even think about it. You just do it.
And the hard thing about it, you got to keep the speed with it. Because a lot of people have to stop or slow down when they cut. No.
Yeah.
It makes it different when you cut and moving fast. That's unstoppable.
Tell me about you said your sophomore year. Sophomore year, then junior year, you kind of got a little bit more, I don't want to say playing time, but you got more, you were moving up as an upperclassman. No, you did not.
I was varsity all 4 years.
No, I meant you, but you were still a sophomore playing varsity. You weren't like a senior.
Oh, no.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like you're moving up in the high school ranks, and then your junior year. You got what were you? I mean, what was that like?
Basically, got faster and stronger.
That's what I'm saying.
Stuff. So I ended up getting 1,600 that year. And same old, what can I do better? How can I be better than all the guys that came before us? So I got to get another ring. So, right. And our defense was stacked up. All three of our linebackers had 150 tackles apiece.
Oh, wow.
Man, because if I wanted to put my favorite teams in order from my sophomore, junior, senior, that same order. That was the exact order how it was, how our team was built. And it was amazing. So, yep, I did what I was supposed to do and won another state championship. And that was we'll rank number 1 in the whole nation. So they called that the national championship. So, gotcha. And we played St. Thomas again. And then we end up playing St. Thomas again my senior year.
Now I want to talk. I'm going to talk about that because I know a little history about that. I got some questions about that game, and hopefully you can shed some light on the story since you were there, and obviously it is about you. CY Western Company is located in Bushnell, Florida. It's a great place for boots, clothing, gifts, and accessories for the whole family. They are a family-owned and operated business that opened in 2008. They offer free gift bagging and layaway services, and also a 10% discount for 4-H and FFA members with proof of membership. Be sure to like them on Facebook, where customers can stay updated on sales and giveaways. You can find them next to Lowry's True Value Hardware in Bushnell, open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Be sure to check out CY Western Company.
Catfish Johnny's Restaurant, served at Lake Panasoffkee and surrounding areas since 1990. For the last 34 years, we have strived to serve great food at good prices and a friendly, casual atmosphere. If seafood isn't your thing, our wings and burgers are the best around. We have our daily specials too. We are open Wednesday through Saturday. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram for more information.
Webster Ace Hardware and Farm Supply are generous sponsors for today's podcast. They have been a family-owned business for 27 years. This helpful hardware store sells items such as archery, Ariat clothing and boots, Wrangler jeans, case knives, Hammond's candies, and live fishing ware. They also have a full selection of hardware, RV supply, propane, Ben Moore, Royal & Clark, and Kingston paints. You need a barn or fencing job done? Custom barn kits and roofing metal are provided at your local Ace Hardware store. What about a new grill for the yard? Traeger, Big Green Egg, Weber, and Blackstone are found here, along with all the accessories to go with them. Stock up your workshop with DeWalt, Milwaukee, or Craftsman tools. They got you covered. Remember to go to ace.com to shop their entire line to have items shipped directly to the store.
Why make two stops when you could shop at two amazing stores under one roof? Visit Molly Pops on Main Boutique and the Stitching Heifers in the heart of downtown Bushnell for all your clothing, accessories, and custom gear. At Molly Pops on Main Boutique, you can find stylish women's and men's apparel, novelty items, and the perfect gift ideas.
The Stitching Heifers is your one-stop shop for embroidered and printed hats, custom patch hats, and trending graphic tees that can be fully customized for you, your company, or your next big event. Whether you need a single design or a whole company's worth of branded gear, they've got you covered. Come see us at 110 Bushnell Plaza in Bushnell. Shop in-store or browse online anytime at mponmaine.com and thestitchingheifers.com. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck, the delicious mobile coffee truck that brings you the caffeination inspiration you need. We deliver signature coffee products like our Nitro Cold Brew and Caramel Frappe to any occasion or festivity. And for those who don't like coffee, we offer a variety of delicious hot chocolates, energy drinks, lemonades, and teas. That's Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck.
Pat's Taps at Catfish Johnny's. Pat's Taps is Lake Panasoffkee's only craft beer tap room, offering 12 rotating craft beers on tap. We also offer bottled domestic beer, seltzers, ciders, and wine, as well as a variety of appetizers and pub food. Our family-friendly tap room is a great place to hang out and enjoy some one-of-a-kind craft beer. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or the Untapped app.
Tell me about right before halftime. Was it 21-0? It's 21-0. You guys are blowing them out, and you go into halftime. Was it really like, hey guys, we pretty much this is in the bag? And
no. See, I know me. I'm not talking to nobody because I'm trying to do. Because they wasn't trying to let me play that game.
Oh, okay.
St. Thomas try to set me up. Time I was receiving gifts and all the other stuff, so they weren't trying to let me play. I come practice that whole week and all that kind of stuff. Everywhere I went, the news people chasing me, following me. They got to hide me in a car to get off campus. I'm talking about the whole 9 yards. Like they try to suspend me, everything. Then they couldn't find nothing. And so then they said, I can finally play. I think the day of or the day before. So when I found out I could play, I was in revenge killer mode, double killer mode, incredible heart. Like ain't nobody gonna make me calm down at all. Period. Unless I had a wife at the time.
Yeah.
But no, I was credible heart, killer mode, man. Because I should have. That's the only game I regret because I should have had 7 touchdowns and should have had 700 yards.
Yeah.
But I only had 4 touchdowns and 286 yards.
And you wouldn't have got that 1 touchdown if you'd have just taken a knee. Chris, I know the story, bro. I know the backstory of that.
Man, I'm not taking no knee. Just like I remind with the Georgia Bulldogs. I'm not taking no knee. No. I got revenge too. No.
Which coach was that? Which coach told you that?
Which one?
That when he said take a knee.
Probably all of them.
They said all Chris had to do was take a knee, and he just went 80 yards down the sideline.
Because I was a player that didn't like short touchdowns. Mm-hmm. When I say I get mad when I score a short touchdown, because your yards can't gain faster on short touchdowns. Mm-hmm. So, but them big, long touchdowns, I love them. I love them. And I'm trying to stack up too at the same time because, like I said, because Friday nights is the football game, and then Saturday, that's when you get the newspaper. And me, just like I said, I want to be number one in everything I did. So when I look at that newspaper, I'm trying to see me on top all the time. So that why, because it's just about what I've been through. So I'm trying to show people this is what y'all missed out. Y'all didn't give me no chance, so I'm finna show y'all what I'm about.
And another thing about those long runs is, especially if there ain't a person behind you for 15 yards, it's all you, brother.
My mama always said, run fast as you can. They can't touch you when you get in the end zone. Run fast as you can. Never look back. They can't touch you when you get in the end zone.
That's smart. Smart woman.
So that's why you ain't never seen me ever look back. Head up like this, and I'm gone.
I think that's what, like, because I saw that video, the Game of Inches. I saw that, and that's where I got it from. But
I was pissed. I already know where you got it from. I bust out laughing. I already know where you got it from.
But what's funny is, what cracked me up the most is when Major Wright said, Chris got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gears. I got 3. He's trying to get me to blow a transmission.
That's one of my guys too.
Oh, he cracks me up, dude. That was so funny. Man. I was like, man. And I mean, obviously, I've watched you play before, so I was like, yeah, he ain't wrong. But I did not know that's how. I mean, I didn't know about your high school career.
I got fast off my dog. I had a girl dog, Child.
Uh-huh.
My grandma named her Sugar Baby, and that was me and her grew up for 15 years. We played tag, we chased chickens, squirrels, raccoon. I'm talking about Old baby did everything like the dogs, like them German Shepherds with police. That's how she was. I'm talking about. And I couldn't whistle. And to this day, I still can't whistle. So I used to call her like this. So say if I'm at the park like 2 miles away, I make that noise. You'll see a brown dog just running this way. Hey, man, that's all everybody that I know from the neighborhood, that's all they talk about.
I love it.
She followed me everywhere I went. She knew where my bus stop was at. She waited for me, knew what time I got home, all that stuff.
Very loyal dog. That's why dogs are dogs, because we domesticated a wolf and made them where they were a loyal companion. Yeah. And they started off as wild, and they're like, hey, you want some food? Come on over here and we'll feed you. And then they realized, hey, if I come at this time every day, this guy's got some food for me.
Yep.
And if you notice, when they say, that's obviously that's where we got them from. We had to get them from wolves, because I can't picture a Pekingese like being in the wild, like just running around. So it's amazing how one animal. How many different breeds of dogs there are now? Man,
it's ridiculous.
Can you imagine, like, it just came from, they've been a science experiment for thousands of years, making you go from a wolf to a chihuahua. I mean, somebody messed up there.
I got a happy poo. How you say happy poo or something at home, but the allergen. So I didn't want to get another dog, but my kids, I thought about me being a kid and having dogs, so that's why I got them. I got 2 of them, so they good dogs too. Yeah, protectors too. So
and it's hard to find another good dog like that. You know what I mean? Like, they're not like a dime a dozen where you go up there and hey, let me just pick up one at the store. We have a dog and she's not very intelligent. I do like the dog, but she's not intelligent. She's not very good. But I feel, I'm like, oh, she's part of the family. But bless her heart, she's just, sometimes she just doesn't make good choices. I'll just say that. She doesn't make good choices. But going back to Lakeland football, that game against St. Thomas Aquinas. Now, you guys have ran into them the last 3 years, or 2 years before that, in a semifinal or whatever. It wasn't the state championship, but it was always Lakeland, And then they really thought, hey, this is our year. We're gonna do something about this. And it looked like for a moment that they had a chance with the 2 onside, and
they scored 35 points in 3 minutes in the fourth quarter.
Oh, dude! I was watching that video and I go, "There's no way. There's no way." He goes, I forgot who it was, but the guy says, yeah, they got 1. We're like, okay, they got lucky. He goes, then they got 2. And I'm like, an onside kick in high school is like devastating.
And every kicker they had went to Auburn too.
Oh, really?
Every kicker they had, they went to Auburn. They always had good kickers.
Yeah. Well, that's where Michael Irvin went. Yeah. But he wasn't a kicker. I know that. But so anyways, you move on. You win a national state championship against St. Thomas Aquinas. And then tell me what the recruiting process was like going to Florida.
Before that game, I was mad that we had to play them again, because we had the chance to play Noah Devine, and he was over me. They had him ranked number 1 over me. Uh-huh. Pissed. So I wanted to have a chance to play against him, but he lost the game because he fumbled against St. Thomas. That's how St. Thomas beat them and everything else. So I wanted to have that battle in the state championship to show people who was gonna be the top dog, who was gonna be the best of the best. So
before I get you to go to Florida, Coach Bill Castle, that's Lakeland coach, right? Legendary. What was it like playing under him or for him?
Man, great dude. He don't care who he is, and this how I realized he didn't care who you are. What year was it? I think my junior year, I went to one of my brother's games when he was with Carolina Panthers, and my flight got delayed, and I missed practice. So our coach and his saying is, if you miss practice that week, you are not allowed to play the game Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, man, you know what? I don't think that's true. Because I'm the best player on the team. He ain't finna be sitting me. Man, I get back. Practice. Hey, you're not playing Friday. Man, I don't believe this junk. Man, guess where I was at? I was sitting in the stands.
Oh, you weren't even allowed to be on the sideline. Wow.
I'm sitting in the stand reflecting everything. I was like, I'm the best player on the team, and I'm watching the game. Oh, he really is like that.
He's for real.
And I respect him. I always respected him, but I even respect him even more because he don't care who you are. Because he been doing this philosophy since the 70s anyway, and all that kind of stuff. So, man, but I love him to death. He really don't cuss. He don't talk much. He don't wear a headset. He don't have cards in the hand. Tell the quarterback run after every play and tell him look at the defense and give him a play.
Old school. Yeah, and you know, it sometimes it takes a coach like that to help someone out realize that, hey, look, sometimes, you know, you may be the best player on the team, but sometimes you need to be, there's a reality check, and you're not more valuable than the team is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of people forget about that.
And not forgetting about it, that's what they do.
Yeah, true.
And it's crazy, like, or they'll let big time players do anything they want. Man, who the heck they think they are? This and that. Why y'all even letting that happen? And you see the other players looking at that, seeing that, thinking that's okay. No, that's not okay.
Exactly.
Just like if a player missed practice actually a couple times my little league team, but I wasn't the head coach, so I was sick of it and mad about it. But you have 5 or 6 players at practice all week, every week, and then you see all 30 at the game. Like, and then they automatic start because they the good players and all that. Man, you don't do no kind of stuff like that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And y'all think have these kids' minds be all messed up when they get to high school, and now they send these butts on the sideline, be like, oh, I thought I was a good. No, it don't work like that.
No.
So and that's what kills me with Little League football, because it starts there first.
Mm-hmm.
That's why these kids come to high school, don't know anything, the hash mark, the numbers, lose the game for receiver. Man, they don't know anything.
Nope.
So you have to start all over again, and it's crazy.
By then, it's too late.
Yes, and they got bad habits and all that other kind of stuff. So that's why I coach every level, or try to coach every level.
So you go from a hard nosed coach and Bill Castle, and then you go to an even like a from what I've been told, he's like a psychologist, like a
military type.
He will go into get in your head and make you like do better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's people telling you to do it, and then there's someone that can get inside your head and go, you know what? You're better than this.
Mental. Uh-huh.
What was that like going from you just, like I said earlier, you just won a state championship, and, you know, you got to be on cloud 9. I mean, that's what every kid in high school dreams of. And then you go from that and you go right to a university where, like you said earlier, just a minute ago, you're the best player on that team, and you're going onto a team that's got all good players.
And I still was the best player on that team too. I told you, hey, mine was different. So, and I had to prove it all day, every day, and all that stuff. But what set me off with Urban Meyer that made me love him, and he just became my dad off rip. We had a recruiting dinner at his house. So at this time, I was eating McDonald's 3 times a day. So we all come to his house, and even though I helped them recruit a lot of the players in our class too. So that's the thing people don't know about. So we looking at all the food, everybody going to eat food and all that. Me, I speak my mind. Whatever comes to my mind, it's coming out. Mm-hmm. That's how I got banned from media at the time when I was at Florida. So I got banned a couple times from the media. So I'm looking at the food. I'm like, man, all this white people food and all this kind of stuff. And he be like, Chris, I got your food. Go look in the microwave. Man, this man had my McDonald's waiting from my 2 double cheeseburgers, plain with cheese, small fry, and my drink. And that set it off right then and there, there.
He knew you more than anybody else did. Wow.
Smiling big. I can see it to this day. Like, remember. Looking in the microwave, he had my McDonald's. Boy, that's crazy.
When you got to University of Florida, did you feel like a lot of people will go to places that they've never been? They might have been on a recruitment trip. They may have been there to a stadium to watch the game, but they didn't get to experience the entire experience. When you went to Florida and you stepped foot on campus, did you go,
no,
this is where I need to be?
I already experienced it before I came. Because all the times, all my high school games, as soon as the game was over Friday night, go to the locker room, shower, get in my car, go straight to Gainesville. So I went to all the games. I hung out on the campus. I hung with all the basketball players. I felt like I was in school already. They thought I was in school, but I wasn't. But I'll be there on campus the whole weekend, every time when they have a home game. And looking at all the game, what set me off even more, the game when they played South Carolina, when they blocked the field goal and the whole stadium erupted and all that, and they won the championship that year. Basketball won the championship. So I'm like, man, yeah, I'm definitely, everything just set. So it was already locked in, everything. Like, nobody, you couldn't even pay me $500 million to go to another school at that time.
Wow.
No chance.
Yeah.
That's why I committed my sophomore year. No chance. Nope. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And I wish kids like that committed like that. They do all these tricks and games and playing, the hat game and all this. Man, either you going to go somewhere or not.
Yeah.
It's that simple. So.
Yeah. You know, when you have, like I said earlier, you got 31 offers. But guess what? You only get to go to one school.
Man.
Where are you going?
I knew I picked the right school. and then the thing is, you have to know your history, what school you go to, one, and then the thing is, yes, they got players there, but your class, I'm just like I said, I help with the recruiting. I want great players to be surrounded with, so we can make, like, all the guys that came from my high school alone.
Right.
They all was going to Florida State at the time. So I set up a meeting, we talked about it and all that stuff. We stayed together. We'll win a championship in college and all that stuff. So they end up staying. Then that's how I met. And then the Friday Night Lights, that's how I met Cam Newton, Joe Hayton, Aaron Hernandez, Mo Jenkins. I met Deontay Thompson in the state championship game because they played before us and all that stuff. And then the more other guys and Lorenzo Edwards from Orlando, I mean, the whole 9 yards. And then our class was the best class ever. And we came together, and the rest is history at Florida. So, because that whole class went to the NFL.
So Tebow was quarterback at the time?
Nope.
No.
Talking about when I came in?
Yeah, when you came in.
Yes, he was.
Yes.
He got the starting job.
I got you. So what was something that when you first met him and you got around him, you practiced with him or whatever, what was something that you noticed about him right away? Like, is there something that stood out? Like, I mean, we all know what he's about, but is there something that people, that I know one thing until Swamp Kings came out, the hard work. People didn't see him put all the work in.
What people don't understand that you really don't see ever almost is quarterbacks doing that kind of hard work and working with us and strong as the odds, fast as the odds. Like the whole night, everything we did, the quarterback did. You really don't see quarterbacks doing that.
Right.
Cause that's why you see all of them be soft. They body fragile. They get hurt so easy and all that kind of stuff. So, and he did everything. And he spoke like a leader. He lead like a leader and everything else. So, and he always talking. He wasn't scared to be the vocal guy and all that stuff. So,
Well, and that helps when someone does a lot of talking and when they back it up.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like when you
especially when you're white too. Like, and if you white, you better back it up. That's how it was back in the day.
Well, I mean, I get that. I see what you're saying, but like trying
like you never see many white athletes that was good back in the day. So like today, you're seeing white safeties, white DBs coming out.
Yeah.
You really never see that.
Yeah,
and that's what I like to see. I like to see everything because I don't know why it's statistic like that, but. Hey, don't be afraid to play what you want to play.
True.
If you good, you good.
Yep.
It's that simple. So
try to go out there and make a name for yourself, regardless of and that's the best thing about college is, it's not about where you're from. I mean, it's about where you're at right there and at that moment and making a name for yourself.
Now with Riley Cooper, it is where you're from. Then when he said where we didn't care because he was basically black to us. He from Tampa. Hey. Man, and he was fast as hell.
Yeah.
4.3.
Yeah.
4.3. We had 2 white boys that ran 4.3s. And Paul Wilson too.
Yeah. Cooper was, man, he was super cool. He was a speedster. But you're right about about that. You only get a few guys that stand out like forever. It was there was a guy that he was at Iowa, Tim Dwight. He was a kick return specialist.
Tim White, why the name sound familiar?
Tim Dwight. Sorry, Tim Dwight. And I think he's Tim Dwight. Anyways, he's kickoff specialist. Anyways, went to NFL and had a decent career. But a lot of people were like, who's this guy? Like he stood out, but like you don't really associate speed with a lot of like with white people. Like it. But then again, there's people that can. They can surprise you. I mean, like whatever. But they had I was trying to think of what's his name. That Cooper and man, I was always a big fan of Tate Casey.
Oh,
I
love
Casey.
Tate Casey.
Casey was awesome.
A
lot you talking about unsung heroes at tight ends, man. Tight ends never get any love, man. They never. I mean, obviously neither does O-line.
Now, but back then, nope.
Yeah. No, you're not. You didn't have National Tight End Day like they have in NFL now, and all these guys like Travis Kelce and all them celebrate. It's like
Ingram.
Yeah. I mean, it's always been. Florida's always been the fun and gun. They've always been like when Spurrier was there, he had the fun and gun, shotgun, Warfel, Shane Matthews, all those quarterbacks, and he had. The wide receiver crew was just off the charts.
Speed for days.
Speed for days. Running backs, yeah, we have some running backs too. Where obviously you had the all-time leading rusher in the NFL, Emmitt Smith. You had Eric Rhett, Fred Taylor. Those are the guys I grew up watching. Was Eric Rhett and Taylor, Fred Taylor. That was my high school years. Had a great. They all had great careers, especially Emmitt, but. I don't know. Florida's just different to me. But when you got there, like with Urban, now the practices and the preparation and everything, was it as intense as people have made it out to be?
And everybody scared of him too. So especially in the team meeting, oh my God, you don't want to be that guy because as soon as he have you stand up, he tell you speak like a man. You can't mumble. You can't talk low. Speak up in front of everybody, man. He will embarrass you in front of everybody. Put that damn laser on you and ask, hey, what y'all think, man?
He would call you out. That's a good coach though, because he wants order,
but
you got to have order.
They don't do that nowadays.
No.
They think that's, you picking on somebody or you destroying somebody or you however other word they be saying. I'm like, no, that's how you make them respect, especially the coaches and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like, it's discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing when it comes to football, period.
Well, a lot of people, we always, we use football as a guideline to help create young men. And it's all about discipline. And if you don't have discipline in a sport, how are you going to have discipline in your life?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't get it. And you can tell right away. You can look at warm-ups when a team is not disciplined.
Man, tell me about it. Boy. I'm talking about everybody be like, how you know? Man, I see it. Yep. Body language. Yep. Stuff tell me.
Yep.
Everything tell me. Just like with catching the ball. Look it all the way in, then go. And this is how I have to refer to it. I say, do NFL players drop the ball? Yes. Why they drop the ball? Because they trying to turn before they catch the ball. Look it all the way in, tuck it in, and then go. Right. It's that simple. You can't score without the football.
Right.
So
that's true. I mean, and that's like like I said earlier, the goal, these rules and these guidelines that you're learning at a young age, and you're getting and you get to the collegiate level, and you go, you know what? I forgot about the basics, like the fundamentals. I'm trying to do my own thing where it's more or less like I'm just trying to stand out and be flashy. I heard Jimmy Johnson. I love Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson told Michael Irvin was at practice one day. He catches the ball and he's like a one-hander, and he said something I'll never forget. And it's no matter what you do in your life, you can apply this. It says, don't be pretty, be good, because it doesn't matter. Two hands is good as one. You caught the ball. I mean, yes, it looks awesome, and there's a lot of great one-handed catches. That one by the one this year. Oh yeah, by Brown. I'm telling you, that was. I mean, you got moments like that, but there are moments where an over the shoulder catch, or you like a little slant or whatever, and it's. The game's on the line. Mm-hmm. They're not going to remember that one-handed catch. They're going to remember what won the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But that's always stuck with me is you hear stuff like that and little things you keep picking up, and then that's why it's so good to play, sports as a young kid, because when you're a kid, you're like a sponge and you soak up all this stuff, and I think you can, later on you apply it to everything, not just sports. Like I said, your daily life, you can do things, and we have a rule at South Sumter's, focus on the next play. That's not just in sports.
Man,
that's in life.
All the time.
Things happen bad, focus on the next play. What's going to happen? Something good might happen. When something good happens, don't harp on that good thing.
That's the hard thing nowadays now.
Oh, my gosh.
They don't know how to focus on going to the next play. They so sad and hurt and down on themselves. They can't even play good no more. They still worry about that play. No.
What they need to do is show the highlights of that state championship game when y'all played.
Hey.
And you talking about being down, and they didn't quit.
And then the thing is that when people make a highlight, what do they put on there?
All the
good stuff. Mm-hmm. Can you make a highlight with all your bad stuff?
Yeah. No, nobody wants to see that.
But do you want to see it though?
Oh no.
I'm just saying,
yeah, obviously no.
Why not?
No. Yeah, because you never want to remember the
so how you gonna be great then?
That's true.
If you don't want to look at your bad stuff.
That's true.
It put fire in my heart and make me even madder and make me say, okay, I got to do something better. What can I do to make myself better or do something different? Or if I see that situation, I won't do that again type stuff, all that stuff. Man, that's how I used to look at all my bad stuff.
Yeah.
I'm talking about after the good stuff, all the bad stuff, I got something for it next time.
Yeah.
It ain't going to happen ever again type stuff. So, and I just like I said, I was different. So.
Well, a lot of people think if you're making mistakes, then you're not doing it. I mean, obviously it's a mistake. You're not doing it the correct way, but you're also learning. You're also learning how to fix that mistake, move on. I mean, your parents don't just say, I'm going to be the best parent. They have to learn to be the best parent. And
I had to learn that too, because I ain't have parents. So
absolutely.
I learned from other people, friends, parents, my coaches, TV, movies, cartoons.
Yeah.
And you just got to put it together and learn, and all the people that talk to you and just put it all together, and then remember what you don't want growing up. And you're like, nah, that ain't fit to happen, so I'm going to change it up type stuff. So,
well, there's two different things. There's what's right, what's wrong.
Yeah, that's simple.
And it's you know, it's very, very easy to distinguish sometimes, but it's not so much some other
So
times.
I always know this quote: it's easy to get in trouble and hard to get out.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know why it's like that, but it's like that. And it's damn sure true because I witnessed it.
Yeah, it reminds me of a credit card. It's easy to get a credit card. So sometimes it's easy. It depends on your credit score. But no, you can get a credit card, but once you max that thing out, man, bro, you got to climb that mountain. And it's hard to get out of there, out of debt jail.
They're going to call you every day.
They're going to call you every
for the rest
day.
of your life.
Even when you had that thing paid, I paid off a credit card one time, paid it off, and they called me and said, hey, you didn't make a payment. I'm like, there's no balance. What are you doing? Here's a funny story. So one time I forgot to make a payment on my phone. Okay, it happens. I guarantee you that if people are listening out here, there ain't one person that can judge me for that because I guarantee they forgot something. Okay, so I forgot to make a phone bill. Well, what's the worst thing that can happen? They're going to cut the phone off, right? Okay, but they didn't do that. What they did was they called and they reminded me. Thank you. You know, so I went and I was like, okay, well, hey, look, I'm so sorry. Let me make a payment. I made a payment immediately. Okay, it wasn't 5 minutes later. They called me up. I'll never forget this. I'm driving on the road. I get a note. I'm like, if they're calling about this again, I'm gonna be mad. Lady goes, Mr. Goble, I just want to let you know you are a valued customer. And I said, ma'am, 5 minutes ago I was on your most wanted list, but now I'm a valued customer. That's what happens with money. You pay that money.
You the best.
You are number one in our book as long as you got the money. So I mean, but that's life. People, you know, they have differences and whatever. But anyways,
oh, it's bad now because that's all people think about is money, sue money. This it's just money.
Yeah, greed. It's killing our sport, man. It's killing football. It's killing every sport. I mean, it's not just football, but it's bad in football. It's bad. When they want to start paying high school players, come on, man. Come on, bro. What happened to being an amateur? When are you going to have time to do that?
And then the coaches get scared because they getting paid this money or they getting paid more than them. They scared to still discipline these kids or teach them this and that. Man,
you know, half the time majority of the time it's that. But I think a lot of it, there's a small percentage that a lot of these coaches are scared of the parents.
Why is that? I'm trying to figure that out. Why is that?
I don't know, but you're not doing, I'm not talking about any coach in particular. I'm just saying, I'm talking about from my perspective.
No, I see it all the time, but I'm trying to figure out why. Why do they let the parents get under their skin? Why?
I don't know, but you're not doing your kid any service by basically crippling them.
Man, I don't listen to the parents. It's only probably all the times I've been coaching, it probably one, maybe two parents test me. But I'm not for the phone.
Yeah.
Because I'm helping these kids. I don't care what you do. The kids is in my safety and I'm protecting them and I'm for to help them grow and all that kind of stuff. Right. If you don't like it, then take your kid. Because I ain't finna let no parent get in my head to mess. No, Yeah. If you know more than me, come help me. If you do, tell me or something. And I always ask the parents for feedback after the season or during a certain time, or if we just having a conversation. I love feedback from parents. If I'm missing something, if I'm doing something wrong, this and that, and all that other stuff. Ain't no wrong with that involve the parents and all that stuff. But at the same time, I'm the one coaching. I don't need your help.
Yeah,
so
that's true. Thanks for watching part 1 of this 2-part podcast. Check out full episodes on YouTube and Spotify.